Hi, I'm Jesse. You're watching JLS Comics. Thanks for pressing play. Today we're talking about a film 20 years in the making. I'm talking about Alita, Battle Angel. Historically, with anime and manga adaptations, they've been lacking, whether it's the spectacle or the heart of the story, or they've just been fraught with controversy, especially here in the Western market. So, does Alita, Battle Angel buck that trend? Or is it another failure in a long line of failures? Let's talk about it. The film was the love child of James Cameron. He was turned on to this by his friend Guillermo del Toro. He actually left to go do Avatar and passed it on to Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez is attached along with John Landau, which is a fantastic set of folks. And then you have the cast, of course: Rosa Salazar, Ed Skrein, Mahershala Ali, Jennifer Connelly, and one of my favorite actors of all time, Christoph Waltz, was phenomenal as Dr. Ito. This movie, if you're not familiar with the backstory for it, it's post-apocalyptic, cyberpunk. You have Alita. She comes into this world. It's the Iron City. Up above is Teferis, Salem, and she has to find herself in this world, this big, strange world. Find herself, kind of figure out what Iron City is and where she belongs in it. And through that discovery, she realizes, the importance of herself and kind of how anybody can be important, no matter where you're from, whether you're from a trash pile, whether you're from Teferis, whether you were born in Iron City, whether you're from Mars. Everybody's important. If you want to know more about that, I do have a history and origin video here on the channel. I'll put a link in the description where you can learn more in depth about Alita Gali and her backstory as well. The first thing that we have to talk about for this movie is the visual aspect. It was shot by Weta Digital. They spent years and years on this, just on her face, on the skin texture, the tears, her hair, and it was very photorealistic. She is completely CG, but you believe that she is actually there next to Christoph Waltz, next to Dr. Ito. It was an amazing job that they did. The spectacle, especially with Motorball and Junkie XL's score, was really fantastic. It was super immersive in the perspective and the angles that they decided to shoot each scene from, but it was crisp and coherent as well. So in the fight scenes, you know who's fighting, whose arm's punching who, what's coming out of who, and I really like that as well. And that was something that I really do like about anime and manga, is the over-the-top action sequences and fight scenes. But something that's typically lost is the heart of the story. And with Alita Battle Angel, it really manages to maintain the heart of the story, the humanity there. She is completely CG, but she has a full range of emotions. She laughs, she cries, she's innocent, but yeah, there's this amazing ferocity about her. She is a warrior at heart, but she's also human. She's a girl and she wants to love and just be normal. She has her dad, she has this boy that she likes, but she's this fearsome warrior underneath, and it was really, really, really well done. There were a couple moments where the dialogue was a little uneven for me, a little awkward, so that does knock the score down very slightly for me, but overall, really, really enjoyed this movie. I highly recommend it. If you're coming into this familiar with Alita Battle Angel, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. It hits some really great moments. Especially in the first few arcs of her story. But if you're not familiar, the movie does a really, really good job as well of explaining who she is, setting up the city, her backstory as she makes these discoveries. And then as well, it does end a little bit abruptly, I would say. There is one big mystery that you don't really know. It's kind of revealed suddenly at the end, which I suppose would be a setup for a sequel. But it would have been nice to have a little bit more payoff at the end, perhaps. But again, if you know her manga roots, you kind of know where the story is going. So hopefully they'll do Alita 2, and we'll get to explore that a bit more. But I do recommend this movie. I give it a 9.0 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray. And I hope that you get to see it as well very soon. When you do, though, come back here, let me know your thoughts, comments, your opinion, your score as well. I'd love to continue that conversation with you down below in the comments. But that's it for this review. This is Jesse here with JLS Comics, and this has been a spoiler-free review of Alita Battle Angel. See you in the next video.